In this Netumo review, I'm going to be showing you everything Netumo has to offer. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll provide a discounted link so you can get your money's worth. Now, Netumo is a software that allows you to track and monitor your domains 24/7 without any coding. So you can see we're first taking to this dashboard right here. So you can see you got 0 websites, 0 certificates, 1 domain. So you can see all your statuses and response times when you create a domain and a monitor for website, which we will do right here. So you can see website host. We'll go to add monitor simple. This is where you can create the name or just write the name of your website and you put the link here. So first we'll put the link so we know the website we're going to use and monitor. So we have Humans of New York, just a simple blogging website about just daily life in New York, and we'll put it here. So we just put it right there as just one title. See the protocol, HTTPS, and the URLs right there. The HTML code, we're not necessarily going to put this, but you can put it there if you want the monitor to track any critical errors on your website or your domain, essentially. So if you go on your website, Humans of New York, and you right click into the source code, you get the HTML, and then you can paste it here, any part of that HTML, and it'll detect errors for you. Now, you can see you can get them to notify you of any SSL certificate expirations. So any website certificates that you're using, if it does expire in a certain amount of time, you can actually get Netumo to notify you before that happens. You can see all the ways it allows you to choose for it to notify you. So you have email, Slack, Microsoft Teams, Telegram, and Twitter too. And you can create the monitor right here. So we've created the monitor and it can start monitoring this blog page now of Humans of New York. You can see again the notifications, the actions you can take, you can refresh, you can delete, you can duplicate. There's all sorts you can do with it, which is really nice and useful. And it naturally took you to the manage page as well, which is what this is if you simply create. Now, manage groups, you can also put that website into different groups as well. So if you had multiple websites, you can bunch them up in one group and bunch another group and bunch another pair of websites in another group. Then naturally you can import your own monitors if you have any. So you get the file. We don't have any monitors to import ourselves, but you can see you can do it right here. You put the file in, the delimiter, get the group. Naturally it's going to be a website, the protocol, and the frequency at which it monitors the website as well. So we'll do 15 minutes naturally, but you can change it as you can see with the options we're given right here. And next again with the notification, SSL right there, and the HTML code to match as well. Email notifications can add additional email address and actually turn these on or off right here. So Teams, Telegram, Twitter, these are all ways you can work with your imported monitor, but we're not going to import anything as we don't have one ourselves. Now you go to your REST endpoint. This is just a monitor to track your APIs as well, to get the computer user faces, 2 of them, to communicate with each other. So again, it'll be similar to the website domain. If you add that monitor, it'll get you to this, add REST endpoint monitor, and you can essentially put the name of your file and software again, and it will get the API for it. And essentially you can edit the headers, the body, and deal with the authentication. And especially if you put the URL that's correct as well, you get the content type for it too. And yes, you can see a lot of options you have here that are very similar to that website hosting. Again, if you got that API set up, you can have it here, listed down here. And if you have multiple ones as well, they'll all be listed all across here, and you can put them into groups and bunch them up nice and easy like you could with the websites again. And then you go to SSL certificates. So we came across this before, but we can see the certificates we have for Humans of New York. This is its own page for this sort of thing. See the issue date and see the expiration date of the blog as well. They'll just need to re-update the monitor. If this was your blog or our own blog, we would necessarily have to get the SSL certificates and we'd have to upgrade it once we hit our expiration date. And we saw again this software can remind us 10 days, 5 days before the expiration date comes, so we are kept up to date through all our emails that we've provided it. And you can add your own as well. You add your own certificate monitor if you have that already coded within, but again, it's nice that it provides it for you. Domain names again, so you can see the different domains we have. So I recently had another blog, mashable.com, but this is the one we'll be looking at as well. You can see when the domain was registered and when it expires as well. You can see it right there with these and all the ways it can notify you as well based on that domain. There are a lot of things you can do with this domain. You can learn more about it, you can search things within it, duplicate it like we saw before. Once again, you can add your own new domain name monitor. But here you can see you can mess with all of these. You can import your own as well, just like you could the other ones essentially. Right here, notify 30 days before with the notifications again. They all tend to repeat each other but with different factors. One's the website, one's the API, one's the domain. And this is where you can create that domain yourself if you want to. Put in the registrar URL, the registrant name. You can see here John Smith. See a domain if you had GoDaddy and something likewise, you put that there, and the email for you as well. So it's really nice and intuitive and simple. And if you have any of these, you can simply place them in here, and you can obviously type in your domain name, however creative it is. You go on verifications as well, and you can manage the verifications of the websites and the monitors and domains you have as well. We don't have any right here because we haven't actually created those websites. You have to go through that whole process. But if you do, it'll be right there to add that verification, which we link to those certificates that you're using for the website. So they'll all be here. You have all these features here for a keyword check. Right here, you can see any of these, even the check interval, and you can see all the notifications as well. If you add all these pieces of information, the URL, the group they'll belong to, verifications, the name, the terms you want to add, and conditions, and then you can create the verification. Add an additional email address. If you add an additional email address, you can create the verification, but we don't need it right now, but you can get your verifications for your different websites and import it as well. You go to your reports, you see you have your reports overview. You click on report 4, and it'll be for Humans of New York within the last 24 hours or month, however long it's been going. You have it right there. You can see the uptime, the response time on your website. You can have all these features right here that you can see, like the redirection, the client error, the server errors, how many of them are going on per allotted time period that you set up. You can even export to PDF as well. So again, we don't have much information here because, once again, we haven't started using Netumo for Humans in New York as it's not our own website. But you have all these options right here to check your statistics and alter anything if you had to. Same with advanced as well. An advanced report, again, the last 30 days would be for Humans of New York. Right here, you can see your monitor is working because it's a status code 200. So the server's up, it's running. The down analysis as well. We don't have any down analysis for this because, again, we haven't been down. The website isn't really up. But you choose a date, naturally, whichever period in time you'd like to point to. It can just generate, and it show you a daily failure count. This is nothing because we're not running this software on humans like before, but it's useful to have here. Same with response time and your uptime statistics as we saw in the general overview, even with your domains as well. You can then go to your status pages as well. You can add a status page if you had to. Right here, you get the name, the domain. So this will be the page that will tell the status of your domain and your software. And you can edit the banner text and the banner image. You got the color here, the website groups, websites. Banner text if you want to, and you get a logo up here as well if you had a logo you wanted to use and add it to your status page. So you have support as well. This support, again, if you have any questions, you put a subject here and you type the message that will relay your question, and it'll send it straight to the customer service here, and they can help you in all your needs. Again, we haven't typed anything, so if it's required. And here we see tools. You have a lot of these tools you can utilize to advance your monitoring as well. So the IP to a country, domain check, links check, NS lookup, page source, a sitemap check even as well. So it's really, really useful, and you have a lot of features Netumo can help you with if you're trying to monitor your websites. And we go on our dashboards and you can see it's updated 1 website, 1 certificate, 2 domains. We've got Humans of New York right here. You can see the response time, the average incorrect, the status, everything's okay, thankfully, and the availability as well. You have your graphs here. And once the domain is active, once the software is active on the domain, you can see all the information will start to increase and improve right there for you. So that is Netumo. I believe Netumo is really intuitive to use. It's very helpful, very efficient for your website tracking as well. The monitor options are very unique, and they really know how to get into the details of how to source your website and find information for you to help you run that website much better. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'll provide that discounted link. Thank you for your time.